Hello everyone, my name is Chandra Prakash Bhavana and today I want to discuss mock interview for the Apache Solar. So we are covering 10 questions for Apache Solar concepts and the topics are filter cache, replication NRT T-log pull, deep pagination, cursor mark, EDIS max, analysis chain, solar cloud architecture, GEM project star. So important concept grouping like the category search query time, which cover the building and scoring queries at search time, and key terms are EDISMAX, QFPF, BQ, MM boosts memory performance, caching search result in RAM to avoid the reprocessing. Key terms are the filter cache, query result cache, document cache. Category is the text processing, analyzing text during indexing and querying. Tokenizer, token filters, analysis chain, schema.xml. Fourth is the filtering results, narrowing down search results using filter queries like the FQ filter query parameter. Okay. So now the first question is the what is the solar filter cache and how does it works and how do you tune it? Okay. So filter cache stores the result of FQ, that is filter query, parameters in memory. When the same filter query runs again, Solar returns result directly from the cache instead of the reprocessing the entire index. This is one of the Solar most important performance feature. Example, first request, FQ equal to category, mobile. Solar process the entire index, finds matching documents, store their IDs in filter cache. Second user search with the same FQ equal to category colon mobile. Result comes directly from cache instantly. No rescanning needed. How filter cache works internally. So filter cache stores a bitset, a compact list of matching document IDs for each filter query. This bitset is reused across different queries that share the same FQ parameters. So even if two users run completely different main query, Q equal to laptop versus Q equal to tablet, if both use FQ equal to category mobile, the bitset is shared from cache. So how to tune filter cache in solarconfig.xml? So filter cache size equal to 512, initial size equal to 512, and auto warm count equal to 128. Size, maximum number of filter query cached increase if you have many unique filter queries running rapidly. Initial size, how many cache slots to allocate at startup. Avoids resizing. Auto warm count, how many entries to pre-warm when a new solar cloud leader starts, so the cache is not completely cold after a leader election. So how to monitor? Go to Solar Admin UI, plugin states, filter cache, check hit ratio. Target is above 80%. If hit ratio is below 80%, increase the size value. So sign filter cache needs tuning, hit ratio below 80% in admin UI. Same filter queries running slow rapidly even under normal load. High query latency specifically for faceted search. Facades heavily rely on the filter cache. The second question is solar cloud replication versus standalone solar replication and how does a replica stays in sync. Solar cloud replication. Every shard has exactly one leader replica and one or more follower replicas. When a document is indexed, it goes to the shard leader first. The leader writes the update to its transaction log, that is T-log, and simultaneously forward the update to all follower replicas. Followers apply the same tlog entries to stay in sync. This is called tlog replication. If the leader fails, zookeeper detects the missed heartbeat and automatically triggers section of a new leader from available replicas. So this is fully automatic, so no human intervention needed. Standalone Solar application. Standalone Solar has its own replication mechanism. It is not just a single instance, it uses a replication handler. One node is designed as master and other nodes are slaves. Slaves poll the master at regular intervals. They ask, do you have a newer index version than what I have? If yes, the slave downloads the new index segments from the master. This is called the pull-based replication. Slave pulls from masters. Critical weakness: if the master fails, all slaves become read-only. There is no automatic failover. Manual intervention is required. So completely different from the Solar Cloud. So key differences between Solar Cloud and standalone Solar: sync mechanism. Solar Cloud T-log replication, push from header to followers. Standalone Solar index segment polling, slave pulls from masters. Feature: automatic failover. Solar Cloud zookeeper trigger leader election automatically. Standalone Solar manual intervention required. Direction: Solar Cloud leader push update to all replicas. Standalone slave periodically pulls from masters. Configuration: Solar Cloud automatic configuration managed by the zookeeper. Standalone Solar replication handler must be configured in solarconfig.xml. Recommended for Solar Cloud production. Distributed fault tolerance. Standalone Solar legacy setup only. No recommendation for new project. Third question is eDismax query parameter, that is QF, PF, BQ, MM query time parameter. So these are the query building parameters used as search time. So do not confuse them with the cache filter or analysis chain tokenizer filters. So they are in completely different category. Okay. So eDismax query parameter, that is QF, PF, BQ, MM. Okay. So eDismax query first is a QF. QF means query fields. Specifies which fields to search and their relative boosts weights using the power operator. Example: QF equal to title to the power 5, description to the power 2, and keyword to power 1. So this searches all three fields. A match in title count 5 into more than a match in keyword. So documents with the match in title will rank higher. Second is the PF, that is the phrase fields. Boost document when query term appear to a phrase that is adjacent to each other. Helps rank extract phrase matches higher than documents where the same words appear scattered. Example: PF equal to title to the power 10. If all search words appear as a phrase in title, get a 10 cross boosts. BQ, that is boost query, adds an additive relevance boost to document matching a condition, does not filter, just promotes matching document in ranking. Example: BQ equal to in stock true to the power 5 boosts in stock products without excluding out of stock ones. MM minimum should match. Control how many optional query term must match for a document to be included. Prevent too broad results. Example: MM equal to 75% means at least 75% of the query words must be founded in the document. So for a 4-word query, at least 3 words must match, helps with the recall precision, balance. So remember, there are query time parameters. They affect scoring and matching, not indexing, not caching. Fourth question is analysis chain in Solr tokenizer versus token filters. So analysis chain overview. The analysis chain is the text processing pipeline that runs during the indexing and querying. It converts raw text into the searchable tokens configured in schema.xml inside field type definition. So tokenizer, this is the first step. Split raw text into the individual tokens, that is words or terms. There is exactly one tokenizer per field type. You cannot chain multiple tokenizer. For example, standard tokenizer split hello word into the hello comma word. Example, white space tokenizer split only on spaces, keep punctuation attached. Now token filter applied after tokenizer. You can chain multiple token filter after the tokenizer. Each filter transforms the token stream in sequence. Lowercase filter converts hello to small hello. Make search case insensitive. Stop filter remove stop words like the, is, a, of to reduce index noise. Synonyms filter expands mobile to mobile phone, smartphone. So all search match. Porter stem filter. Stem running runs, ran all to run, so they all match the same token. ASCII folding filter converts cafe to accent insensitive search. So analysis chain in schema.xml, you have the field type, name, text, general, class, Solr.text field, and analyzer, then tokenizer, then Solr.standard tokenizer factory, Solr.lower filter factory, Solr.stop filter factory, stop words, and Solr.synonym filter factory. Okay, so remember, analysis chain, text processing at index query time, completely different from cache and query parameters. Question number 5th, replica types in Solr Cloud, that is NRT, TLog and pull. NRT, near real-time replica, so maintains both in transaction log, that is TLog, and in the memory index buffer, that is soft commits. So can become leader, it is the first choice of leader election. Provides true near real-time search. New documents become visible in search within seconds. Uses the most heap memory of all three types because of in-memory buffer. And best use case when you need fresh data index immediately. Example, e-commerce products listing, new feeds, live event data, etc. TLog, that is a transaction log replica. Maintains a transaction log, that is TLog only, no in-memory index buffer. Can become leader, it is second choice if no NRT replica are available. Slightly behind NRT in data freshness, but uses significantly less heap memory. So documents are visible after segment commits, not soft commit. Best use case when you want a failover capable replica but want to save heap memory on that server. Pull, read-only replica. Maintains no TLog and no in-memory buffer. Pulls index segment directly from the leader after they are committed. So pull cannot become leader under any circumstances, purely read-only. Uses the least memory and CPU for all three types. Slightly more lag behind loaded compared to NRT and TLog. Best use case when you need to scale read query traffic horizontally. Example, high traffic search APIs where you need many query nodes but do not need write capability of them. So comparison table, NRT, TLog and pull. Can become leader, NRT, yes, that is the first choice. T-log, yes, that is a fallback, and pull, never. Transaction log, that is T-log, NRT, yes. T-log, yes. Pull, no. In memory buffer, NRT, yes. T-log, no. Pull, no. Memory usage, NRT high, T-log medium, and pull lowest. Data freshness, NRT fastest because of the soft commit, T-log medium, and pull slowest hard commit only. So best use case, live indexing freshness needed, T-log failover, backup, save memory, and pull scale read query traffic only. Question number 6, deep pagination. Starts plus rows problem and cursor mark solution. So when you query string equal to mobile and start equal to 10,000 and rows equal to 10. So Solr internally collects and ranks all 10,010 documents and match the query that discard the first 10,000 and returns only the last 10. This is enormous waste. So heap memory impact, Solr must hold 10,010 documents IDs plus score in memory simultaneously. CPU impact, scoring 10,010 documents just to show 10 is hugely wasteful. Worse as depth increase, start 10,000 would need 10,010 document processed can crash the node. Typical symptom, query with the large start values are much slower than the query with start equal to 0. So how cursor mark works? Cursor mark work like a bookmark. Instead of skipping records from the beginning, every time Solr remembers exactly where it stopped using a cursor token. It does not work from last, it works position by position using a short key. Step 1. First request, always start with query string equal to mobile and rows equal to 10 and short equal to ID, ASCII and cursor mark equal to star. Solr returns 10 results plus a next cursor mark value in the response JSON. Save this value. Step 2, that is next page request. Query string q equal to mobile and rows equal to 10 and short equal to ID, ASCII and cursor mark equal to AOE equal to ABC123 XYZ value from the step 1. Solr continues exactly from where it left off. No scanning from beginning. Performance stay constant regardless of depth. Step 3. Detecting end of results. When the next cursor mark in the response equal to the cursor mark you sent in the request, you have reached the last page. Key rule of the cursor mark. Mandatory. Short must include a unique field like a ID ASCII. Without a unique short, the cursor position is ambiguous. Solr will throw an error. It does not support random page jumping. You must traverse page sequentially, page 1, then 2, then 3. Cannot combine with the start parameters. Cursor mark replaces start. Best for export all, scroll all, infinite scroll, large data export when sequential access is fine. So the comparison feature start plus rows and cursor mark. Memory usage start plus rows. High, scan all skip documents every request. Cursor mark low, start exactly at the cursor position. Performance and depth start plus rows degrade badly, slower with the larger start values. Cursor mark stay constant regardless of the depth. Random page access, yes, can jump to any page number by the use of start plus rows. Cursor mark, no, sequential forward navigation only. Sort requirement, start plus row, not required. And in the case of the cursor mark, mandatory, must include unique fields. So best for start plus rows, small data sets, paginated UI with page numbers. In the case of the cursor mark, large dataset export, infinite scroll. Question number 7 is solar cloud architecture. Collection, shards, replica, and zookeeper. So key solar concepts. Collection, a complete logical index in solar cloud. Think of it your database table. Equivalent can span multiple shards across multiple machines. Shard, a horizontal partition of a collection. Each shard holds a subset of all documents. Distributing documents across shards allows people parallel search. Replica, a copy of a shard. Each shard can have multiple replica for fault tolerance and read scaling. Replica can be NRT, T-log, or pull type. Leader, one replica per shard is elected as the leader. All write operations indexing go to the leader first, then they are propagated to other replicas. Zookeeper role in solar cloud. Cluster state management stores which nodes are alive, which replica is the current leader of each shard, and the full topology of the cluster. Leader election. If a leader goes down, Zookeeper detects the missed heartbeat within seconds and automatically triggers election of a new leader from available replicas. Configuration storage stores solar configuration file schema.xml, solarconfig.xml in a centralized location so all nodes share the same config. Node registration. All solar needs register with Zookeeper at startup. If a node disappears without deregistering, Zookeeper detects it as failed. Documents routing. When a document is indexed, Solar Cloud uses a document router default composite field to decide which shards it belongs to. The router hashes the document ID to pick the shard. This ensures even distribution of documents across shards. Key formula to remember. Total replica instances equal to number of shards into replica per shard. Example 2, shards into 3 replica equal to 6 total replica processing running across the cluster. So example cluster setup of Jam portal. Collection on Jam products and all products bit data. Shards value is 4. Split millions of docs across 4 partition. Replica per shard 3. 1 NRT plus 1 T-log plus 1 pull. Fault tolerance plus read scaling. Total replica instances 4 is shards and 3 is replica. So this is 12. So 12 solar process total. So Zookeeper nodes 3 in symbols. So quorum based fault tolerance. So the 8th question is all 3 solar cache: filter cache, query result cache, and document cache. What are these? Filter cache. So filter cache stored bit set document ID sets for FQ, that is filter query result. When the same FQ is used again by any query, the bit set is returned from cache instantly. This is the most important cache to tune. It is used heavily by faceted search and filtering queries. Key. So keyed by the FQ parameter string shared across all queries with the same FQ value. Query result cache stores the order list of document IDs for a complete query result. Q equal to FQ plus short parameters combined. When the exact same full query repeated, the order doc ID list come from the cache. Key. Keyed by the full query string included Q, FQ, and short. Much more specific than filter cache. Use cache. Same search query repeated multiple times, common in search as type scenarios. Document cache. Stores the actual stored field value of document, the data returned to users when Solar needs to fetch document field to return in the search response. It checks document cache first. Key. Keyed by document internal ID, reduce disk input output when same document appear in multiple search result. All three cache comparison. Filter cache, document ID bit set for FQ results. keyed पे FQ parameter value. When to increase size, many unique filter query hit ratio below 80%. Query result cache. Order doc ID list of full query results keyed by complete query string Q plus FQ plus short. When to increase size, same query repeated often, hit ratio below 80%. Cache, document cache. Stored field value of documents keyed by document internal ID, and when to increase size, high volume of document field fetches high disk input output. So monitoring all cache, Solar Admin UI plugin states check hit ratio for each cache. Target above 80% of all three. If any cache has a low hit ratio, increase its size in solarconfig.xml. 10th question, Jam Portal project. Star format answers. Practice this exact. Okay. So, star format memorize and practice. S. Stimulation. In Jam Government Marketplace Portal project, we had millions of product and bid records. Users were performing advanced search with the multiple simultaneous filters, category, price range, location, and seller rating all at the same time. T. That is task problem. We noticed that search response times were going above 3 to 4 seconds during the peak load hours. The issue was that every search request with the filter was hitting Solar fresh. Nothing was being cached, and each request was scanning large portion of the index rapidly. A. That is action. I analyzed the Solar Admin UI cache statistics. The filter cache hit ratio was below 40%, very poor. I took two specific actions. I increased the filter cache size in solarconfig.xml from 128 to 512 entries to handle the volume of the unique filter combination. Second, I reviewed how filter queries were being sent. The category and the location filter were embedded inside a main Q parameter instead of being sent to the separate FQ parameter. I corrected this, moved them to the FQ so they could be independently cached and reused across different main queries. R. That is result. After these two changes, the filter cache hit ratio improved from 40% to 85%, and average query response time dropped from 3 to 4 seconds down to the under 5 milliseconds for repeated filter combination. User experience noticeable faster search, especially during peak load. So star answer quick reference. Situation, Jam portal millions of product bid records, advanced multi-filter search, and key number of mention, that is the millions of records. Task problem, search slow during peak load, no caching, fresh scan every request, so 3-4 second response time. Action, analyze filter cache hit ratio in admin UI, increased size, move filter to FQ params, size 128 into 512. Results, cache hit ratio improved, response time dropped dramatically. So 85% hit ratio under 500 millisecond. Action, practice saying that the star answer out of loud 3 times before. Okay, so I can remember it by using the star. Now the quick revision summary. Filter cache, FQ cache, bit set hit ratio is greater than 80%. Tune size is solarconfig.xml. Solar Cloud versus standalone replication. So T-log replication versus pool-based, automatic versus manual failover, and Zookeeper role. E-Dismax params, QF, PF, PQ, MM. These are 4. Query times, params only, not cache, not analysis cache. Analysis chain, tokenizer plus filter. One tokenizer, many filters, runs as index query time, configured in schema.xml. Replica types NRT T-log pull. Leader eligible T-log presence. Memory uses use cache for each. Deep pagination plus cursor mark, heap waste at depth, bookmark cursor, unique short mandatory sequential only, solar cloud architecture, collection shards replica zookeeper role document routing. All three crash, filter cache versus query result cache versus document cache. What each stores keyed by what? Gem project star answer, specific number, star format, filter cache, tuning story, 90 second. Okay, so this should be the 90-second answer in the Gem project. So these were the question for the Apache Solar mock interview. So I will share more interview question, or I will share the more mock interview question with you. Until then, bye.